Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called German Roots from a Kropki Seed by Duarte Carvalho. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that every row, column, and designated 9-cell region, which is a box, contains the digits 1 through 9 exactly once each. We have German whispers, where adjacent digits on a green line must differ by at least 5, or as I like to call them, whisper 5 lines. So for example, if this were, say, a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9, because the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3 are 8 and 9. And that's an example of how German whisper, or otherwise known as whisper 5 lines, work. We also have kropki dots, where digits separated by a black dot are in a 1-to-2 ratio. That is, one digit is double the other. So, for example, if this were, say, a 4, this would have to be a 2 or an 8 to maintain the 1-to-2 ratio between them. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, first things first, especially with a puzzle which has so many German whisper lines on it, or German whisper cells with German whisper lines on them. What is the digit that cannot be on a German whisper line? And the answer to that is 5. Because if you subtract 5 from 5 or more from 5, you get 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. And if you add 5 or more to 5, you get 10 or more, which is not a digit. So, in this upper left-hand box, we see every cell in the box contains a German whisper line or whisper 5 line, except for 1. So this has to be the 5. In this left central box, we have all these cells contain a whisper 5 line. So one of these must be a 5 here. In this lower left-hand box, all the cells but these two contain whisper 5 lines, and this can't be a 5 because of the 5 in the column, so this must be 5 here. In this lower central box, we have these two cells available, but this can't be 5, so this must be 5 here. In row 8, all the cells except for this cell has a whisper 5 line, so that's 5. In this right central box, all the cells have whisper 5 lines except for these two, and this can't be 5 because of that 5, so this is 5 here. In this upper right-hand box, everything but this has a whisper 5 line, and in this upper central box, everything but this has a whisper 5. In the central box, we cannot have a 5 here or 5 here, and these are whisper 5 lines, so this must be a 5. So therefore, 5 cannot be here, and 5 cannot be here. So this must be 5 here. This digit is next to 4 other digits on a whisper 5 line. Now, the only digits that can be is 1, which could be next to 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 9, which can be next to 1, 2, 3, or 4. And you'll notice that if you have a 1 here, you must have 6, 7, 8, 9 here. If you have a 9 here, this must be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on a whisper 5 line, you'll always alternate between low digits, which are 1 through 4, and high digits, which are 6 through 9. Because the furthest one out, 1, has to be next to 6 through 9. 2 obviously is next to 7 through 9. 3 is next to 8 or 9. And 4 can be next to 9. So next to a low digit, which is 1 through 4, you're guaranteed to have a high digit. And for 6 through 9, which is a high digit, what digits can be next to that? 6 can be next to 1. 7 can be next to 1 or 2. 8 can be next to 1, 2, or 3. And 9 can be next to 1 through 4, which are all low digits. So whatever digit is here, you'll have an opposite set on the other, all the neighbors. That means the neighbors of those must be all the same set. So these, and therefore, and also in the central box, all the remaining cells that are not 5 must be the same set as the pink, right? Because we have 4 orange cells already. So these are all pink. Next to these pink cells have to be orange cells. So this is orange, 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 orange. Next to the orange cells must be pink. So this is pink, 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 and pink. Next to the pink cells have to be orange. So this is orange, orange, orange. Oh, this is also 1 or 9. Because it's next to 4 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this is orange, 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 orange. So those are all orange, which means the ones next to those are pink. So this is pink, 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 pink. That gives us orange next to those. So that's orange, 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 orange. I think those are all. That gives us pink next to those. So we have pink, 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 pink. Next to those are orange. Next to that is a pink. Okay. So now we can fill things out. We can also fill out the rest because we have, in row 4, we have 4 pinks and 3 oranges. So this must be an orange left. In column 1 now, we have 4 oranges and 3 pinks. So this must be pink. In column 3, we have 4 oranges and 3 pinks. So that makes this pink. In column 4, we have 4 pinks and 3 oranges. That makes this an orange. And in column 7, actually row 5 first, we have 3 pinks and 4 oranges, so that makes this pink. In column 7, we have 4 pinks and 3 oranges. That makes this an orange. And in row 7, we have 4 pinks and 3 oranges. That makes this an orange. Okay. So we have to see the ones that are next to 4 unique digits. So that's 4 unique digits. So that's 1, 9, 1, or 9. This is next to 2 unique digits. Oh, sorry, 3. No, this is 4 also. This is also next to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is also 1 or 9. This is next to 1, 2, 3 unique digits, so it could be 1, 2, 8, or 9 there. This is next to 3 unique digits, so it's 1, 2, 8, 9. This is next to 3 unique digits. It cannot be 1, 9, so it must be the 2, 8 here. So 2, 8 is next to only 1, 9 of the opposite set, 2, 8, and 3, 7 of the opposite set. So this must be 4, 6 of the opposite set here. This is next to 2 digits, but it could be just 1 unique one. So we know 4 and 6 have to be in this upper left-hand box. It cannot be here. It has to be one of these 3. It cannot be here because that's next to 2 unique digits. It can't be here because that's next to 2 unique digits. So it has to be here. So this is the 4, 6 there. What else do we have? This is next to 2 unique digits. This is next to 1, next to 2. This... Hmm. This digit is either 3, 7 or 4, 6 here. So this is the same as here. 3, 7, 4, 6. This is 1, 2, 8, 9. 1, 2, 8, 9. 3, 7, and 4, 6 can only be next to 1, 9 or 2, 8 of the opposite set. This digit, again, okay, so this digit is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So it could be 1, 9 or 3, 7 here. We're not sure which. This has to be 3, 7 or 4, 6. This is also 3, 7 or 4, 6. Again, they must be next to 1, 2, 8, or 9 on a Whisper 5 line. 3 can be next to 8 or 9, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, and obviously 4 and 6 have to be next to 9 and 1, respectively. This is also 3, 4, 6, or 7 here. Then, because this is a 1, 9, 2, 8 pair, it's of the same set. So this can't be 7. It could be 3, 4, or 6. So if this is low, sorry, if this is high, this must be 6, which means this can't be 6 here. So that would be 7. Okay. 3 can be in a ratio with 6, 4 can be in a ratio with 2 or 8, and 6 can be in a ratio with 3. So those are the possibilities there. Huh. Okay, this digit is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. It cannot be 1, 9, though, because of the 1, 9 in the column. So this is 2, 8, or 3, 7. This is also next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So it's also 2, 3, or 7, 8, which makes this a 4, 6 here for the pink, which makes this a 1, 9 for the orange here. These are all next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. This is next to 3 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, and this must be the 1, 9, so this must be 2, 8 here. So this 1, 9 eliminates 1, 9 here. It's 2 and 8, which eliminates 2, 8 here. So this is 3 or 6 here. Because this is the orange version. So this cannot be 4 here. This is 3 or 6. This is 3 or 6. That means if this were 3, if this was a low, this would be 3 and this would have to be 4. Okay. So the 7 can be next to 1 or 2. This 4 can only be next to 9. So this can't be 8 here. This is 3, 6 as a pair, which eliminates 3 and 6 in the rest of the column. So the orange, if this is orange, this has to be 4 or 7 here. Because we have 1, 9, 2, 8, and 3. So this would be 1, 2, 3 already accounted for if this is low, which makes that 4. If it's high, this is 9, 6, and 8, which leaves that as 7, which would be... So 4 has to be next to 9. 7 would have to be next to 1 or 2 here. Okay. So then one of these is guaranteed to be 9. Right? This is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. This is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. Wait, hold up. Yeah. So 4 and 6 have to be one of these two for the orange. Which means, where is the 4 or 6 in row 3? So these are both next to 2 unique digits. This is next on the Whisper 5 line. Here and here. This is next to here and here. So these cannot be 4 or 6. We have a 4 or 6 guaranteed here. That means in this upper right-hand box, the 4 or 6 has to be one of these two cells. So therefore, one of these is 4 or 6. This can't be 4 or 6. This can't be 4 or 6 for the orange. Where is the 4 or 6 for the orange? It has to be here. So the oranges must be low. And the pinks must be high. So obviously, this is a 4. This is a 4. This is a 4. This is 2. This cannot, this is again a high, so this is 7, 8. This is low, so it's 1, 2. This is not low, so it must be 9. This is high, so it's 6, which makes that 3. This must be 9. We have 8 here. This is 7, which is next to 1 or 2. So this is not 1, 2. It has to cannot be 9, so it has to be 8 here, which makes this 9. This one becomes 6, 7. This has to be 1 or 2 here. This is not 1, 3 because it's high. Can't be 7, so this is 9. Okay. This is 2. This is 9. This has to be 3, 4, 6, or 7. Or it cannot be 3 or 4. It's 7. Can't be 7, so it's 6, which requires a 1 there. This is 9. This is 7 or 8. This has to be 6, which is next to 1. This has to be 1 or 2. It cannot be 1 because of the 1 in the row, so this is 2, which makes this 1. Okay, remaining digits. So the 2 is next to 7, 8, or 9. That's fine. 2 cannot be here. Where is the 2 in the central box? It has to be here. We have a 1, 4 pair. This can't be 1 because of 4 in the row. Sorry, this can't be 4 because of 4 in the row. So this is 1. That's 4. 4 has to be next to 2 9s on a Whisper 5 line, so that's a 9. That leaves this as a 7, 8 pair here. This must be 3. This is 4. That leaves this as a 4. And that leaves this as a 6 because that's the only remaining digit in row 8. That makes this a 1. Two cannot be here. 1 and 4 can't be here, so it's 3, which makes this a 2. That makes this 3, which leaves that as 4. That means this 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 2, which leaves this as a 3. 8's next to only 1 and 3. This can't be 3 because of a 3 in the row, so this is 1, which makes this 3. That leaves this as a 2, and this has to be a 4. We have 3 remaining digits here, which must be 1, 2, and 3. This can't be 1, 2, or 3. It's 4, which must be next to a 9 on a Whisper 5 line. That forces this to be 6, which is next to a 1 on a Whisper 5 line. Only. That leaves us as a 3 here for the low digits. This must be 3. 3 is only next to 8 and 9 on a Whisper 5 line. This is 1 or 2. This cannot be 9 here. Where is the 9 in column 9? It must be here. What digit can be next to 3 on a Whisper 5 line? It's only 8 or 9, and we already have a 9 here, so this is 8, which makes this 7, which makes this 8, which makes this 7. This digit is 7 or 8. Cannot be 7 because of the 7 in the column, so this is 8. Which makes this 7, which makes that 8. We also knew that had to be 8 because of the 3. This is a 6-7 pair here. This is a 1-2 pair. This has to be 3. That forces this to be 1 or 2. We have 6-7 here, 6-7 here, 1-2, 1-2, 6-7, 6-7. This cannot be 7 because of the 7 in the column. So this is 6, this is 7. That forces this to be 6. 8 can only be next to 3 out of 7 or 8. So this is 8, this is 7, which forces this to be 8 and 7. This is 2, which cannot be next to 6 on a Whisper 5 line. So this is 7, which makes this 6, which makes this 1. That makes this 2, which makes this 1 and 2. And this 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 6, which makes that 7. Excuse me. And that's a solution. I should have probably detailed more about what I was planning on doing. Basically, especially for a grid that's covered with this many Whisper 5 cells, it made sense to basically break it down into 2 sets and then basically figure out what the limitations on each cell was. And then going from there, you could figure out what this was obviously the break-in, the thing that was going to tell you which one was going to be high or low, or lead to that, essentially. It was actually this part here, which told us which one was high or low, because there was no 4, 6 anywhere except here and here, and therefore this had to be the 4, 6, and that could not be 6, so it had to be the 4. Yeah, but that's what we do for like puzzles where you have a lot of information about low and high sets. You'll run into this a decent amount in, like, for example, you'll have some XV puzzles, which will do that also, especially if you have the negative constraint. So I tend to do this a decent amount. It's actually kind of fun for me. It's sort of like figuring out a puzzle. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.